welcome back. So what are we going to do? We're going to create a new project. So let's open After Effects. And of course, when you open it, you're going to find out that you have this window. Now, as we're going to create a new project, what are you supposed to select? Yes, new project. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to use a balloon and it's going to be moving all around sky and some mountains. This file was made in Illustrator. Let me show it to you and explain you why it's so relevant for you to save each layer with a specific name. Now, for example, here we have the background, and you can see that all of it is named. It has a specific name, so it's going to be easier to find it when you import to another software. It can be even Illustrator. You can import it to Photoshop, for example. Now, I have this one, and I have the other one. It was made, of course, with layers too, as you can find out here. Now, always name it. Trust me. If in case you're doing a poster, in case you're doing a graphic in Illustrator, try to use a layer for each element. So it's going to be easier to translate it to After Effects. Now, let's go to After Effects. Now, here we are. There are many ways of importing images and projects here to the software. One way was double-clicking here where it says project. Now I'm going to show you another way because there are many ways to use the software. You have to decide and choose the one that you think that suits you better, okay? Now let's go to File, then select Import, Import File. Now you're going to select these files, you're going to have them just below the video, so don't worry. Please download them first before doing the exercise. Now I'm going to import this one. This is important for you to select as footage. And now here, merge layer, yes, because I only have the balloon, so I don't need to choose a specific layer, okay? Now I'm going to have the balloon right here. Then I'm going to come here to File, Import. I'm going to select the background. Remember that it was like with the sky and some mountains. I'm going to select the footage. I'm going to select merge layer, but I'm going to show you how you can select a specific layer. If you select choose layer, you're going to be able to select just one area or one specific layer of the drawing. Okay, in this case, I'm going to use the entire design, so I'm going to select merge layer. And here I'm going to have the both of them. Now, I'm going to create a new composition because I already have like the footage, the images that I'm going to use, but I don't have a composition. So to create a new composition, I can do it from here or here. There are many ways, as I told you before. I'm going to start here. I'm going to create a new composition. I'm going to place the name. I'm going to put it Balloon Brenda, okay? Now the preset is the size that you're going to define for the file. Now this one, HDTV, is high definition television. This is PAL. This is used for Europe. Now if you are working for United States and they ask you specific that it has to be in a specific format, this is the format that you can use, the one below. But as we're going to use a standard, this one is going to be really helpful. Now we are going to have this for the size of the width and the height. And now frame rate means how many frames you're going to have per second. 25 is good. It means that every 25 frames you're going to have 1 second, and the movement is going to look really, really natural and is going to go with the flow. Now the resolution, please, you have these options. Always select full because you want high quality. Start time code, we're going to start in 0, but of course if you want to start in 5 and 10, yeah, because you're going to add this to another video clip, that's the reason why it has the start time code. Now the duration, I'm going to select 10 seconds, okay? Because we're going to make a small movement or animation to the balloon. Now, the background color, you can select the color that you prefer. I mean, if you are going to work with the background of the software, you can select it from here. Or in my case, as I already have the background, the one that I have right here at my left, it doesn't really matter the color that I select. So I'm going to press black, okay, and I'm going to have Balloon Brenda, right? Now I'm going to hold the file and drag it to the composition, the one that has this icon, I'm going to select the background, hold it, and drag it and release it right here. Now, after I made this, you may find out that here at the bottom, you already have like the elements of the composition. I have the background and I have the balloon. Remember that depending on the position that you have the elements right here is going to define which one is going to be over and who's going to be at the back. So in this case, as I want the balloon to be over the mountain, I'm going to move it with hold and then release. And then I have it right here. Now, as you've seen in the past tutorial, we have to define keyframes to make the movement, right? Now, I'm going to show you another way of doing it. So I'm going to come here to the balloon. I want the balloon to be moving. I'm going to select the balloon and I'm going to place it outside. You have it right here. I'm going to click the arrow, transform, and of course, I'm going to use position right now. You can use position, you can use scale, rotation. It's really easy, but right now I want you to focus in what is like the keyframe definition. Now, I'm going to start right here in 0 seconds. You see that it's right here. I'm going to click the stopwatch. Now, why I'm doing it? Because it's going to define a keyframe. Now, I'm going to move this one and I'm going to do it like in 2 seconds. I want the balloon to go up, okay? Now, I'm going to move again this one and the balloon is going to go down. I'm going to move the time cursor right here and it's going to go all the way to the corner. I'm going to move it right here and it's going to disappear. Now, as you can see, each time I first move the timeline, like the cursor, and then the keyframe was defined. Now, how about if I want to change, for example, all the track that I made? It's really easy. You can select the points, like just clicking and using with the mouse. Let me change it because I'm doing it with the trackpad. I'm going to use my mouse right now. So I can define the position that I want for this element. So what have I made? Let's take a look to what everything I made. Let me change this one to, here it goes. Now, I just moved this one, the current time indicator, and now I'm going to press spacebar. And voila, this is another way of doing animation. Now, 10 seconds is really a small time, but as you can see, you're able to do this type of animation just by moving the cursor and then moving the object in this area. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, you're going to have a lot of practice and then you're going to define which way is easier for you to do. Okay, see you later, take care, and have fun.